some Cavs news, and I want I want to know what you think. Kenny Atkinson named Eastern Conference Coach of the Month after leading the Cavs to a 17-3 record to start. You see, Rockets coach, Western Conference Coach of the Month, but. Um, Tom, I don't know how you ask anything more of Kenny Atkinson than what he's
Yeah.
done. What have you? What's been
No,
the
he,
main difference from what you've seen in covering him?
well, obviously it's got a lot to do with Kenny and the fact that he's come in and his charge from the get-go was to figure out how do we make this core four work well together? How do we get Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland playing together at a high level? He's figured that out. How do we get Evan Mobley more touches? How do you make your offense run through Evan Mobley? Kenny Atkinson has figured that out. How do you blend both Mobley and Allen defensively? He's got them both playing back as his soccer goalies, as he likes to call them. So he's done a fantastic job. And I think there needed to be, and with all due respect to JB Bickerstaff, who had a lot to do with the building of the culture here, it is a good culture here. And I think the biggest component here, Dave, in my mind, is that you have Donovan Mitchell with all that pressure and all that distraction, if you want to call it that, of the contract off of his shoulders now. The fact that he wanted to stay here, that he's committed to being here. When your best player is buying in, it's easier for your coach to get his message across. But to your point, I think Kenny Atkinson has been a nice breath of fresh air. I like his candor. The other night he talked about after losing in Atlanta, he came home and he said to his daughter, "I'm not sure we're going to win again." And I know that's hyperbolic or whatever, but he's very real and he's a real straight shooter. And I talked to a couple of the players, before one of the Guardians playoff games. I happened to run into, Donovan Mitchell and Tristan Thompson and Darius Garland there to throw out the first pitch. And that was before the season even started. And I asked for their opinion on Kenny, just their first impressions. And what came across from all three of them was very straight shooter, a real hoops junkie, a guy that really relates to players well. And again, no knock on JB Bickerstaff. I just think Kenny Atkinson was the right coach at the right time for this team.